Hello, hi, my name is Slubs. I'm from Knights Arcane. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this commentary, that means you either liked the video, or maybe had maybe a few problems with it, and you just want to hear what I have to say about it. So I'm going to try to answer some possible questions you might have, like why am I wearing that Onyxia helm, and just kind of talk about Warlocks in general. Before I get into that, though, through this video, there's no Berserker, I'm not stacking double strength. I don't think there's any vids where apart from hitting a warrior that's got like Death Wish on and a bunch of, unusual increases to your damage. So, all this stuff is pretty common. I mean, I've gotten up to like 13k, 14k with Chaos Bolt, and then with Berserker, even higher. But that's another video. Anywho, so here's the helmet I'm wearing. And that's just because that I got a little discussion with some guildie about gear, about PvP gear, and I pretty much just said, one piece of gear isn't really going to make the difference, and I just, just to prove it, I just put that in. I think that the biggest thing in PvP is your spec and your skill, really. Your playstyle, awareness, those are all really what makes the difference. Yeah. So, obviously this is a battleground video. I'm very aware that arena is different. I've only dabbled a little bit in arena, but I'm not sure I found a really good setup yet. Another discussion. But back to Destro Lock. Destro Locks do really, really well against, like any class, have classes that do really well against, and other classes that do quite poorly against. So, Fury Warriors, Rogues, Destro Locks should have a tough time. Pretty much all casters, though, for Destro, it's a lot of fun, and Pallies too. I've heard a lot of people say that they just hate Ret Pallies, but I love them because the amount of burst that we can get in, and the lack of CC they have compared to a Warlock, we simply have more. So even after battling that mage, burning my trinket, burning Death Coil, I can still have enough things with the silence, with Shadow Fury, with my teleport, just way more CC than most Pallies can really handle. Currently, Warlocks are the second least popular class at 80, followed only very shortly by Rogues. So hopefully this will turn some people to unshelve their locks. Locks are really difficult to play because you have to really be picky with your use of your crowd control. For example, always when it gets a Death Knight, always save your port for their bubble, for their shield, for their immunity shield. So right there. So just kite, boom, pop away, and time it, and there you go. Enemy's down. He even tries to run away then. Whew. So, and part of the reason that the Destro Locks do so well against caster types is nether protection. 60% on top of a 25% glyph enchanted soul link. You're taking, just no damage. So this particular fight right here, I think it's this one. Yeah, see, boom, nether protection goes off for me, and he hits me with his Chaos Bolt, and it does like, what, 218 damage. Wow. Just absolutely nothing. So with a resist, with some resilience, and then soul link and other protection, I just took nothing. Shaman's the same way. You can see in the bottom right hand corner of my action bar, there's a little totem next to Seed of Corruption, and that's just a little macro I downloaded, and when I press that, my little pet goes on a totem killing spree. And so Shamans had a really tough time against, I think, Locks, because their totems go down so quickly, and they just don't have the CC effects compared to a Warlock. You'll notice that in this video, at least for the most part, there's no Rogues. Just to be honest, Rogues do exceptionally well against Warlocks, and that makes me a sad panda. Unless I have my trinket ready, there's nothing I can do. Sad panda. but still, distro locks can be a ton of fun. I mean, they just get just big numbers. They can come out of scenarios where most classes wouldn't. So like right here, the hunter gets the opener. I'm at like 30%. He's at full, and then boom, he just takes. That's like 22,000 damage in under a second. And when those things happen, maybe once a battleground, they are just so much fun. Back to the pet that warlocks use. So some people, especially for distro, don't like the fell hunter. They like the succubus, but that may be better for arena, because in battlegrounds sometimes I'm trying to show videos where it's mostly one-on-one. Like for this clip, I almost didn't put in because there's a little gnome warlock, but he doesn't do anything. So you can see he just puts on a couple dots, but he's not really doing much. But the reason I like the fell hunter is a lot of classes they like to hold off on their silence or interrupt effects for when you do fear. So they'll eat some damage and just kind of duke it out with you until they see you casting fear, and that's when they'll use their interrupt or their silence or something just to ensure they don't get those fears off. And that's where the fell hunter comes in. You'll see like that before, as that pally was just kind of riding up on me. He wasn't really doing much, and he was waiting for the fear to go off to use his crowd control, which of course you can predict as a if you roll with the fell hunter, silence right before, maybe about a global cooldown worth of time before the fear goes off. Anyway, so I just want to explain this fight. So the last was a little 2v1, and after I downed the shaman, that warlock, I think, assumed that the hex would last a little longer and wasted time banishing me instead of getting a fear off. So now here, I've already wasted both of my AoE CCs. This Shami, I get a lucky miss right there from his electricity, and he's just going to be, you just see, he just debuffed him, and he tried to heal him, but forgot that he's ice blocked. And, run. So I'm like, oh boy. And you'll notice, just like in a lot of situations, I just randomly put down ports. Even though they're not melee classes, sometimes you can get, not really a line of sight, but I guess it's technically a line of sight kind of strategy if you get a situation where your port is behind them and they're facing you. I didn't even expect the mage didn't even know that I had gone back up until he saw where's Nuke went. Okay, this druid came in before, became a 3v1, I dotted him up. He didn't heal himself because he just assumed I was going to go down, I think, and he went down. Almost dead. Get a fear. And boom, a big 10k. And the shaman completely fell for the port thing and just kind of rode off and realized I wasn't dead. Came back, and right here, I think I'm not sure what I was doing there. Oh, I think I was thinking about getting the flag while he was feared, but decided that go for the kill. So I think the big thing that people are slowly getting used to with at least 3.1 is the difference with Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt now does just as much, if not more damage than Soulfire. That's the big long 6-second cast, and now Chaos Bolt just does enough. Oh god, and here everything's going wrong. Like, get a miss on Corruption, line of sight on Immolate. I've got less than 500 health. Get a fear off, and boom, some nice numbers. And that's why I think, I mean, ultimately, you just want to have fun. At least that's how I play. Winning's nice, but I just play to have fun. And so that's why I think a big reason I go distro is just for those big numbers are just a blast. They're just a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Add some comments. Tell me what you thought. I'm not claiming that I'm a pro. I still click here and there. I'm still a diet clicker, I think. But I hope you had fun. That's why I made it. Thanks.